You just join we? Parliament. They summon police, road safety authority, and fire force. Let them go chat their way forward. Make a come with Tony. Make we hear waiting in get for we. Welcome on board, Tony Toure Jones. You get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, happy birthday. You and my brother have come a long way, and I wish you all the best, all the good things. Wish you more grace, more happiness, and blessing. You know, always where I can see you. I mean, we got so many things in common because we know how we don't come on me and you. But I know say there are many things good in store for you where God put in store. Thanks so much for the opportunities for at least giving me invitation for the come on. I mean, on the air and everything, and patronize this your stuff where now your passion. This has been your passion for so many years. Where I know you say you that marry like iron, but you abandon the gym business. So many come, and now you focus on it. If people don't know, say Abraham like iron, a mega gym where they call straight coach gym. you know. But your passion always, like your passion, and man, when you like something, you always the day behind, and you put everything into it. I mean, more grace, brother, more blessing,
Thank you.
more. And Mr. Oldfield, I mean, my deepest condolence to you for your wife, for your loss and everything. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, some of us have gone through those stage. We know how it's difficult where you lose someone we're very close or dear to your heart. It's tough. I mean, it's very, very difficult, you know. And doctor, I know you lost your auntie. May God give him. I mean, even may God forgive her for everything we don't do. The best condolence. And come to the topic proper, we Parliament summon the various institutions, same way them feel say responsible or for not able for minimize the risk or probably minimize the loss of life, same way we get. I feel say it's not like blame game now, blaming government or blaming whoever institute or whatever institution that was responsible. We want to do like a forensic audit. We want to look back. What should have been done better? We do not do. We may cause this and learn from them and move ahead. Make we not get the mistakes here, because many a times we've seen this kind of situation don't they happen. We go come, we go mourn, like everything, just like what you likely said the other day, say the money in a social media idea, we go mourn on social media, and that's it. Or man forget 2 3 years down the line, the same mistake happen. We not able to learn from them. Just like where Ebola come, we still not able to learn from Ebola, COVID come, and all those kind of stuff. I feel say calling these institutions not calling them just for for call sake, because definitely the thing they're gonna do is they're gonna like defend themselves. Now defense, then get for go deep and say, oh, fire force never will reach on time because they road me block and everything. But mind you, this thing happened 30 minutes before this fire be, before people them the fire actually be. 30 minutes. That's a very long time. If we want to do a forensic audit, now we look 30 minutes. Why the people that were responsible for disaster? So now they get for at least able for synchronize, get a number, one number. If it's possible now, they get for tell the mobile companies that this AfriCell number or Airtel get different number or QCell get different number. We don't want it. If you guys want to do a corporate social responsibility, one for helping crisis, when I get for come together and synchronize. If when they get on net or off net calls, then where people they call the Airtel, call AfriCell, I see no problem for let we get one number, established one number. Where in terms of disaster, in terms of that kind of situation we happen, whatever carrier way they use in now, Free they use now, Orange they use now, QCell they use, you call that number if now 611, then then get 911. Whatever mobile company way they use, 911 go straight so that they minimize the casualty rates. You understand? And that particular area, the way the accident be, in area we miss Abi because I work with for 3 years. Imagine it's a whole industrial estate area. is the whole industrial estate not even get a fire force service. Let's say Sierra Leone, for example, we get big boiler where they do brew, they brew beer, they brew Guinness, they brew Maltina, all that thing, and the fire just be boom, one of them boiler boss, God forbid. No fire. I mean, staff they working at the brewing house. Now did that particular day. No fire extinguisher. No fire. No, I mean, not to fire extinguisher. I was say no fire service not in that area. And that area is an industrial estate. But unfortunately, now it's no longer an industrial estate. Just the carry the name because you see a lot of people don't come build around that area. Now they not school me day. Now they ATC me day. Then that place they get military where they come up. Now school before you reach neck the office. Military sub office day, like a sub barracks or whatever. I don't know what they call them. I don't know the adjective or what for use. Then at that area, if you get neck, you get okay commercial bank before they get alcohol distilleries where they distill, where they make liquor. Then at that same area, no fire, no fire. Imagine all industrial estates. So this is high time for make them go back to the drawing board and try to establish certain things and say, then particular area so in case something happen tomorrow, now then factory then the way we get, which modality will we get in place. We can forget that kind of like a prompt or response where you call certain number. And we can forget them in we books them. Most times when people then say people then come oversee, then go take position, they are disciplined. No, not everybody then disciplined. Trust me. Because when you look, you don't then at the first world country. You know, say when you're siren they blow, ambulance they bear you, fire force they bear you. You they park straight at the right. You give way straight. You know, then a salon. That culture, you know. So this is high time for make you get that kind of culture. They imbibe into we processes where if you are ambulance, you are fire force they bear you. Park in a corner and give way. But again, you go ask, we not even get to roads them. But we get other roads and we take it for over 5 years. They're still the first span. We for don't give more accessibility because you then they go and say fire force delay for camp because they're not able to get road. What thing they happen to the east side bypass road then they make all the roads then they. This is high time we get for invest in infrastructures. We get for invest in so many things that we get for investing for the way for because this is not like blame game now. This is like we are going back and check what we for not able for do better for make we able for avoid this situation if it happen again next time. You understand? So they go for look at all the areas and the institution and I don't they blame the police. We all see the crowd where we all see the crowd where go down there. Plenty people there. And if 50 police media and I said not be able to stop them guy there. It will be very difficult. So it can be that kind of like awareness, like something sensitization, continuous sensitization. Give people the awareness that if you see accidents of that nature, when as the way the vehicle were involved, get hazardous materials like fuel, gas, whatever thing the way they carry, you understand? They can for make sure people them avoid immediately. Police can yes for clear the flow of traffic because now we say police me they don't they for clear the flow of traffic. If people that they will stuck will die, no for don't die because they for don't flow. People don't for don't flow. This for probably be now in their books because if you go to that area, that PMB area, if you don't drive in that area, that place you don't tell like a Jewel Junction, you don't tell like a Shell Company, you don't tell like. And most of the times, what they make them put carry the cluster in that area, now because police presence they because then they break people. They watch all the side on that highway, that Bible road day, where police always they plenty traffic day. Just because they go just let's say they don't know what's in happen and cause traffic na the place, break one truck or one put go park here and cause traffic. So they have to look at all those scenarios. They have to look at all them things that they. I'm not saying we're not going to bring lives them again, but they have to go back and see what can we address better, what you were able to do for improve with services. Because when they talk about MCC, we talk about yesterday. Now this then they look at how you can go back to your books and reform and make reform policies reform in your institutions. You understand? For save life and improve a better standards and everything. This is all what about MCC they're about. You understand? So let them go back. Now we talk about the hospital them. We not say we hospital them. I mean, we don't decry now. How many times we don't decry? We hospital they're not equipped. In terms of so many things that we not do, we decry. Okay, some man go say, okay, I mean, the government will come, they inherit some problem because as soon as the defense will run the area. But that's not to the excuse. People tired of excuse. People need results. You understand? Then therefore they get what they call a mock. Just go before you want to go sit the exam, you dey mock and see how the exam go for time. Certain times they go for the mock crisis and see say like what you dey work sometimes they say fire when I do fire drill. You understand? For mock if fire be na the building, how una get for do? Like where they live in apartments, how una get for evacuate to yourself quick for gonna do. It's sometimes they get for do some then things let them able for understand if then things happen in real times. Waiting will be the response time. How they can able to address. Because when you look me man, the country is so many things in the way we need for address. The problem pack it compounded every day. It dey become compounded every day. Cost of living the high. That's so the problem the high. That's so the people putting in there. People they say lawlessness because of poverty. Then they make lawlessness plenty. But I mean, certain basic laws they also within a country. So poverty self they get people that they sleep on the streets. People that they will not get shelter. You understand? But they abide by laws because some of them laws then you get for I mean principles then you get people that waiting they for enforcer. So nobody not care. Politicians they afraid for institute certain laws because they afraid to not go vote for her. So with the big government, if the parliament one are the most biggest institution that the country, make them see how they go before address. Fire force, they need more fire equipment. They need more fire equipment. We need more fire hydrants. If they've never invested in fire hydrants as alone, before what body the Brook Street, you already the water not they need for invest in fire now. All the major streets they will get. They then get fire hydrants area the way water they inside. But people don't go say water not in the house, you go put water in a tank in the streets. So the high time we get for look so many things that the way na pitfalls them when I challenge what they face. Na salwe make this whole thing hard for make you able for the extent situation where they happen. Because most of those missing link, those things not available. That na me will take Abraham. It's sad, but the soul of those departed and the one the within hospital, where they still the battle their life. Let God give them healing. Let God give them strength. But it's difficult where you just see images, you see things, you see how people they die. Man, it's I'm not able to be at that 2 3 days, man. I'm breaking tears. Because I begin imagine people that way somebody not even know self say they in that particular area, they don't die. They don't let for apply, they don't come. They don't even know self say it die another fire incident. Then say, hey, that person go free some. No communication, no day. So man say a foreigner, he come on again, he come. It is try for go on a western accident can be. He can die that kind of way. You imagine 360 degree they think. It's difficult. With a big movement, let them strengthen institutions. All the money I would get when they come as MCC, not your money for because of fine face, not your money because of fine TikTok video there. Now money for improve the lives of people there. Now money for build institutions. Now money for make we develop the country. Let them invest in institutions. We institution them poorly managed and because they not get the equipment them for manage crisis.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, Abraham.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I did live on air. Your name and the call from, please.
Hey, good evening. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Patty. If you get 3 minutes, sir.
I want to say sorry to all on the weather law, especially the chairman and the doctor. Let's take out God, Holy Spirit, where they comfort everybody. We get any perfect comfort. It's not easy for us as someone. And even when the way they tongue. So what the parliament don't do, if now they may they do from the beginning, from the one, like this, some of these things they are what would they talk about, not for the talk about them. For the calling institution they are, let it give accountability of the work the way they do. To me, the blame as some at the point and if they say for share the blame, I will give the police the almost 90% of that blame. to me, my own way, because we all know says between 9 o'clock where the tea happen or 9:15 up to 9:45. They're not gonna tell me say they not say the traffic jam. They're not gonna tell me say accident not take place where the police station is there. But we not want to dwell on that. But now there's the same one they encourage the let me say the police or the authority they not value safety in our country. They not value the safety of life of people there. Because how many times we don't see police they watch truck that they load, they go upline. They see the overload. They see the way the truck that they load, whatever that they load, cargo where they load, where they come upline or where they go upline, they oversight there. Even the traffic police themselves. Cops they overlook there as long as they don't give the witty that they, as you call and they don't book witty that they book it on. They not they say no, this thing they overload. Now safety this, now this. No. Even up to passenger there. We see how many times they check people that they do traffic check now. I don't know. Sometimes they check, they go check your brake light, they go check this, they go check your tire, but they still overlook that. So if they really want to begin to talk the way forward, now more of sensitization now the public. Let the beginner at the school the first. Let Ministry of Education begin. Let them go together and drill them. Like who together now? Then fire drill them. Oh, no. Even some offices, they all America everywhere. They get fire drill. They get terrorist drill. In case shooting or some, not even terrorists. If they get shooting, active shooting, how you dey escape your life? How you go do for defend yourself? Every office now they get them drill the day. They get them seminar the day. Somebody, even look recently now in Indianapolis. Now, what happened at FedEx? On our employee where the fire. Now FedEx where you go themselves around the drill the way they get. Then they say I go drop employee there as a Uber driver. The way first of all I left for sure county. They get drilled there because you don't know the kind of world we live now. Would I go get mad because the fire would I read the accident they did. So let it begin teach them things and then at the school first. And the main important thing as all the talker, forget that one emergency number from all the network then. Now did na number one first. Forget that one emergency number where they go throughout the whole network. You know what I mean? If Afisel get you, Orange get you, Crisel get you. No, one number. We call her from all the network. It did not say it connect you to the emergency line. And the number not for long. If not four number or two number, it's okay. If they begin work then thing they are. So when something happen, boom, the person not go as you talked the last time. You know, like for the told I get the emergency number. No. If for don't they for don't they teach the picking themselves now house na school. Let us say go the cram them till they are. I mean oversee diaspora we see pikin born today. 5 years or 4 years, but pikin then are from 3 years that some don't begin to talk. Especially girl pikin there. They don't know their number they first from 3 years or 4 years to five. They don't know their number they don't even go some words on the start preschool from 3 years. Yes. Then they don't begin teach them because they know how then thing is important. Just like what Tony said. We the traffic thing we to go get your license, we a real ambulance, police and before pack over. Carry back the left for the enforcer and the traffic booklet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's call ID 11 here. Your name and the call phone, please.
Yes, hello, this is Janet Mathamusa here.
Yes, Janet, 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, I just want to say to you, happy birthday. And I hope say God give you well body and long life. And also, we just want to say to all the families then in Sierra Leone, we sorry for what happened. We sorry as a people, and I'm really glad where I understand say Parliament don't call all these the security agencies them for go Parliament and go explain themselves. I like the idea of accountability. Let them hold certain people responsible for what happened on it. Yes, we know say there is what they call recklessness in law. However, if you been get the security people and some of that could have been minimized. But waiting me want to see out of all of this, away from the accountability and holding somebody responsible, holding a group of people responsible, make Parliament will pass a law where they make an offense when thing like a tanker for them or per mine tanker for them or whatever accident take place, people then will be arrested. It becomes an offense for go tamper with anything in the, you know. The only people in way supposed to do an place in the now the authorities and we get the training for handle them place in the. I think so we will pass a law of that nature. It go stop a lot of these things were happening so recently. It's a bitter thing. When you watch the one with the other hospital where they suffer, you say to yourself, we as a people, Parliament, let them do something for stop then thing for happen again. And the other one thing I want to say, the Tripoli before they left. Ordinary accidents the way they happen in the country. We get people that we don't complain, bitter one. It's the way accident be. People need to go search them, thief things from them. I think to say Parliament get for make rules around them here, and the police are for able for enforcing them here. That's all I want to say tonight. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Janet. I think it's illegal, self. I don't think say Parliament need for pass law. It's not legal for a person get an accident, then you go search them and all those things. But I don't know, say Leone, so I don't put we safe now. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and say the call from, please.
Good evening, Triple A here. My name is Patrick Sakwe. I call from Germany.
Yes, the Wolf Catcher. 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I wish you a happy birthday. May God continue for you long life and well body. Let God bless we all and let God give the one back way and all left, let God give them long life and well body. Then all the one when they celebrate them birthday on this particular day. I pray we from the bottom of my own heart for the one when don't lost in life during this disaster. Let God give them good road. Let God sorrow for them. My contribution is so many people don't give their own opinion. Some man they blame police, some man they blame the government and different sectors. To start with me, I blame the population. Let's say the nation as a whole. The people that successful in life they lost, and then but then most of them I blame them. Take a simple example, AAA. Let the government come out today say it is stop Okada riding. Where say you as an individual know for say Okada nothing way actually they destroy the lives of people, not the nation. If then actually take a data of all anything and what in the people then go do? Then go politicize them. If APC do them, then go politicize them. If SLPP do them, then go politicize them. But no politician in family or in the relative, they know they lost their life there. If it happens, maybe in an extended family. If government don't come a pass law, you as an individual, whether you be APC or you be SLPP, now your responsibility, now your duty for make you respect that law. Would they say laws and not the laws and there are laws, there are rules and regulations that governs us as a nation. This thing is people are not respecting it. You don't just talk and say, in fact, it is illegal for where accident happen, let you as a civilian, we know to police safe for going at that scene in the first place. What you do go do? Illegal. So if people them they respect the laws and they, I believe say, most of them disaster are when they cause, when they happen. So for don't go to this extent here. I get videos them. I get one video where happen. I don't know now outside. Now a very take video where they na truck na catch on fire. The man in Pamine then they inside the truck they destroyed. They say they enough for pull one day. And the one them back where the man they go pull, they try for save in business where he don't invest in money inside. The salon people them where then they speak the same language, we for counting up for protect them and help them. You know, these are the same people where they can loot the man in property then they can go. So how do you call that? You see, now lawlessness. We as a Sierra Leoneans, let we start. We as Sierra Leoneans, let we start for respect laws. Let us start for respect we own lives. Then now here we see we then call a politician for go tin up na special court. People then bond then go follow and go tin up. Then say then they support them. In Pikin no dey, in Mama no dey, in woman no dey. None of your family members no dey. This now all now the things we actually they make people in the perish their life at the country. Okay, let's talk on the government and your own side, all or the police and the traffic police. Okay, what would they talk about fire force? We not even get emergency route. I just come, I come over, come. Accident happen somewhere, then divert way. Now Austria na there pass. Even take 10 minutes for make I reach back to my place. When accident happen at Calvato, also they divert the people. We don't have plans. System no day. They can't the city just too congest. And me be non talk and I say national issue nothing way interrelated. One issue they lead to another. We get so many things that we connect to themselves. Let just come together no more. We try for respect laws and the government back let try for put certain things in place. We go show respect for the lives of the people. Let them not just try for employ some body because they want for employ and a place where it for benefit itself. Now all the things and they make the country to go bien. So now me on contribution that.
Thank you very much, Wolf Catcher.
You're welcome.
Let's call ID live on air. Your name and the call phone, please.
Hey, my brother, thank you very much. First of all, before I go any further, I want to sing for you, but I don't want to take out of me 3 minutes.
Exactly.
I will sing for you some other time.
All right.
Happy birthday, and I want to send my own condolence again to my big brother. He called me then this year Sunday me and talk about this in Wife and Talk, and here goes today. The poor lady passed away. Let God give him Aljana to Fidels. Anyway, and also we beloved sister Aisha Kake, let God give him auntie Aljana to Fidels. Wait till the try for saying is AAA. I think I make a comment just now where you about say Parliament not be supposed to go give gift. Because in any government or country with structure, if Parliament want go work for go tell the sick them I do fine. Government supposed to take care, medication, family support with social worker, all that thing. Now the business, now the work that they what they supposed to do. The reason why me not too keen, I know they talk about all the police bad thing that what they don't do, but they talk about this particular incident where I need to blame the police them too much. One, how many police them work in Sierra Leone? Total. Because the last time I remember when they interviewed them, I think that in your show, they said about 11,000 or 12,000 for the entire country. How many police do we know within each police station? How many police then how many vehicles would then get there? Because what they try to say is, we can blame the police and because these days, because of the bad thing that we do, blame them for anything. We all know the lawlessness and the hooligan system within Africa right now. AAA, if not 10 police them in another police station there, or let's say 5. Man, talking to the wall again? 9 then 5 police them they take motor car, then go to that place there. We say that thing they will happen. Yes. Okay. So you want to tell me say them 5 police and they before able to stop that crowd there? Maybe they before kill them, sir. They before kill them police and there. Not how much lawlessness we get in the country. Let's come to the parliament. Somebody they say the leader of the opposition they don't the voices out. No nonsense. in a leader of opposition. Now they work them where. Will we get anything like what thing that happen with them female football and player them? Call the slaffer, contradict them, bring them in, interview them. Why them? Now they work them then one day. So if nothing where in be done the talk all along, why all along it not make let the public know? Why it not can talk say I don't the result but the danger within a road, but the sitting president, the sitting government need to listen to me. Why not I for can talk? Because now they job the name now that parliament therefore maybe then guy I don't know the job. So me need to buy that. Again, let's go to the blame. To me, I go blame the SLRSA. Now they need to check them people there. But again, you remember you been get one show now trade. Where you be the talk, remember with this government been just sit down, with them they check them, put a driver them about where then they get their middle seat. You remember that topic there?
Yeah.
Where they say police, them they give them hard time. When I did same show back now, the people them they blame the police and say because they put a driver. If you remember, one day when they interview the owner them, talk say the past government been they give them a pass. Them no say that be bad thing, but then they give them a pass. So now the same people in the one who they talk, even though what they talk, say let police, when police go after them back, you go see how they go bring politics inside it, say they give the people a hard time. The put owner know that it's a bad thing. What thing them they try to enforce? It's about the past government be left them. And then they stop, now then they lift the cushion because government need to provide enough transportation and they need for put that middle seat there. Now the only way they do then go get money because put don't go up to 70 million or 80 million, the cost plus maintenance and everything. So then for close the eye and let them do the bad thing. So to me, I feel say government, we get one no government not able to create a bond unit, but yet we spend 100 to 150 to 200,000 for any time when the president go out. Bond unit, you don't need a whole hospital. Now, one hospital, you create a unit, not just a unit where you create it, you train the worker there, but you they get a bond unit. Then first victim then wait and care that recuperate. Can you believe? Because they don't get trained nurses, them demand and they ask for water, then give them water for drink. You just kill them. Training are they? You need to go give born patient water, you just kill her. Because they don't get any training. Sorry,
All right.
brother.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and where you call from, please.
Yes, good evening, my brother. My name is Desmond Payne. I call from the Netherlands.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, and thank you very much for the opportunity. I want to send a condolence straight to with Daddy, Daniel, and Oldfield for the loss of his wife. I really feel like the news today because I've been on the talk with him all this week behind the scene, and I just prayed that he go stay strong, let this cup pass him, and then let him know say we in Peking and we get around the globe in the sport world. We also do mourn with him for the loss of his mommy as well. And then coming to the issue where the talk of Parliament planning for call the police and the fire force for go ask them. I think this na peer pressure. As a result of the pressure when they get from the public, make them want for act so. But everything will happen around the country presently, it boils down to the leaders and who would they get. Because if the parliamentarians, some of them can come out for go support another one of the young man will go answer questioning now ACC, they're not think for going to radio advise the people and say wait till una not come out, una go sit down, let the power go do the questioning. Wait come out, they will come inform on at party level. If then and then left parliament go whole and go on a street, what do you expect the picking and within a street for do? So everything will happen around the country boil down to the leader them. When they say for control traffic, now the leader they will go walk in the morning, and then they break traffic from Lumblin, take on a Pademba road. You go suicide and say for drive one way, then they drive 2 way, they will then convoy. So what do you expect the people themselves within the country for do? So everything where they happen today in our country, it boils down to the kind of leaders and who we get and how then they conduct themselves in our society. These people know they serve as role model who people go learn from and emulate say one for be like them. For example, we president now they say get a private jet where they fly with. We may not, I don't know if not true, but just imagine a country of 8 million, a president go get a private jet where they fly with. For whose reason? Where even emergency helicopter for fire problem like this, or for victims and where them go sick, for go airlift and quick carry them go some side. Let's say like where flooding can come to, we get them helicopters and all the see us outside we did for go rescue people there, or even police surveillance helicopter. We not get them, but we president to get private jet to fly. So what do you expect from the police? We not get nothing. We under resource. The vehicles then where they give them, then park and the big man and host them, and the vehicle they sleep. And they sleep all night. Then the policeman they will work, not get vehicle for group and riot. From when we know police, where they come up, all the vehicle that we government the budget, where they give them, the boss man them from AIG to regional boss man them, then they take the motor car and go park and privately na them host. So what do you expect the constables them for go attack riot with? What do you expect them for drive from the police station to Wellington? You know, certain times they say we talk pan the bone, you get for talk pan the dog. But to be candid with you, we police in our West Africa, I think say now the most under resource or under deprived officers there. I get my colleagues there waiting at the police, and they ask me say for that same computer for them because they need the cyber unit, they not get computer. So how them go track people then? That government in the work for government they will provide them waiting them for use for do their service. So it boils down to but the leaders then get everything that they enjoy with them. Parliament not the yegi they cry, but then girls only sexually harass. Parliament not the yegi how they use the bikini, how they use the national team for make money. Sport oversight committee not for call them people need to question. Now the one can do it in fall face business for cover up waiting happen. You know, this thing where they happen so, but then people then will die in Wellington. Some people, yes, I dey feel for the people that will be there sign the motor car. Like me, brother, we die, we come on watch game where they go boo. I dey feel for them. But the other people that will be the thief, the fear. One of the audios then we myself share on my page. The picking the dance besher. The picking the dance besher where you go take, you go pack the fuel. And this has always been the habit of Sierra Leoneans. Are they class 3 or class 4 and above? Where the same thing happen when we come up. One tanker for on the highway. People go on the highway and thief the fuel. The people that were born then left them there. Pastor then send ambulance for go take the people there. But the village people then prefer for thief the fuel and then they left the people then they die. What thing they only see in our country? It all boils down to wickedness and waiting we do for ourselves. You know, we talk and go, talk and come. Every time we come here, we engage with ourselves. But the leaders then what we get, and we the people then, let we try to do the right thing. Ask questions. All leaders then to accountable. Now look the papi show what they do. All man they can't say they can't do good. They not be no say them for do the right thing before they do this good they do so. Now our pots not open for me then eat money. You know, let we just open them and say then check them properly for know the kind like waiting check or say let we check the hate people that will die. Let them not can make over expenditure for their own private gains in another country. It's very sad. One year, look the dangers the way they miss the country. Young people are just dying for no good reason. Bro.
All right, we'll keep the balance for Saturday. Thank you very much, Desmond.
This is pathetic, me brother. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
although
sir.
we all have to one this net, but happy birthday.
Yes,
hope
sir.
you get a very good one.
Thank you.
Okay, man. Yeah. All the best.
Please don't try for limit unto 3 minutes. Because other people in there, we won't forget about it. Yes, caller, they live on here. You name and say the call phone, please.
This is Mariama.
Yes, Mariama. You get 3 minutes.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Brother. And they send me condolences to all the people that died at this fire accident in the Wellington area. And I'm glad about the sermon where they say there's some few institutions there. And I hope say it will be effective and therefore hold somebody accountable for that. Because just imagine where they say the fire don't say it takes some time before the fire force then can them insist that they are fire. I say no, fire force they all the way to Tower Hill and I know if they get a shorter route or can reach yonder. And there was one other video will be the show. I see like one or two policemen sitting at the other side, although they be the try for tell the people there for commode, but one part they be the video the thing, which is very wrong. But you know what? It don't happen, it don't happen. We just a pray God, let them take a measure or let them minimize such accidents at the place because it is really, really sorrowful. Because Mr. Self lost a family member, they were with family Nabi Suma. I really like feel bad about all the other the small picking back. We just a pray say let Papa government do more and let them bring more facilities there. We go deal with born people there. I remember where they water and go give person water with that kind of condition then they we hope say this measure where they don't decide for take for someone and for question then people there then go take into consideration and it not go be like for say oh because na me not to me party na me party not to me I not support this person I hope say they not go do that and they do ya that and they no mommy one for say and let them really sensitize with people that waiting they and then they happen let them know they rush not the scene because you might not even know what will happen next. Sometimes most of the one way they die, although yes, the one way they will take the gas, or maybe bystanders them from far away because of the way be seen a gas and saying that the more na make the thing worse now. So do ya I really they in pain for where I see me people and are gone. They don't burn to ashes. Because as far as I go say they inside the hospital and they sleeping at the use skin. Then somebody born they go it's up again. It can all they come out extra. That was so sad. But anyway, we stay outside and they let them rest in peace. We say with the citizens, the Lord do more for avert such things than for happen for let not happen again in our country, yeah. Now
Thank
that
you
no
very
more make
much, caller.
contribution. And I wish you a happy birthday again,
Thank you.
enjoy your day. And I say plenty thank you where you they make with the year, but within they happen in our country, though can say but you they really go into details and we get pictures then we get so many oh they waited and call. And no fella other than they call you names. The name let them continue for call and then make they get long life. Yeah?
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye. If you don't call one time, no worry. We will return the call, yeah? Yes, caller, you're live on here. You name and say the call from, please.
Is that me?
Yes.
All right. My name Dennis.
Dennis, you got
They
3
call
minutes.
from. Sorry, I named Dennis. Yeah, thank you. They call from Sydney, Australia. You know, in the first place, I want to say happy birthday to you. And also, we heartfelt condolences to go to we colleague and we lost in partner and also all the victims them. And the one that within hospital, may God give them speedy recovery. May God give them medicine. You know, one or two things we callers that already talk about. I don't want to talk about that again, but one of the issues where we get somebody mentioned about roads. We don't get roads in that country. And the fire force in location, way circular road. I feel say some of we they suggest if governments listen, that's fine. Let them cascade fire stations all over the city, strategic points. Even within some of where they live, where they see every 2-3 suburbs get one main fire station to cover that local government area. But if we look at Freetown, although me not too sabi Freetown, but now one fire station may sabi where the Sakila Road. Quite apart from that, around Sakila Road. Quite apart from that, we not get roads. Emergency lanes, very important in our country, especially when we get a congested traffic system in Freetown. The city was poorly constructed, and ever since colonial days, no improvements, not on the road network, for make them ease the traffic movement in that country, not the city. It is really bad. It is like we are still living in the 1960s or 70s, whereas countries like Guinea, they don't modernize the road network, but we still there in the 1970s. The same road where colonial masters then left, 30 days now then, from where they Kota, where they left, and we don't point, we don't one day rock Kota day. This is not development. We know they say it will happen today or tomorrow, but it has never been done. The other thing we also need for talk, consider, we not get emergency lane. And that besides, police station very important. We don't see say police in the eastern. But like when incidents they happen, we not see police presence. If this thing will be happen, somebody from the community in that area before take leadership and call the police straight away. I feel say the police them before respond, they not for waste time. Communication very important. But when people then they don't see say this is an opportunity for let them benefit, it's so sad it end up this way, then deliberately refuse not for call police. Then deliberately refuse not for call the fire force. If they been called an ASAP, I'm sure no matter the traffic delay, no matter what, those people are up to their task. We not blame them for any negligence. It is good that Parliament invites them. But let Parliament serve with the whole country and the government go back to the drawing board. They need to work on the road network. Overhead bridges or emergency lanes are very important. But Salone, from colonial days, as I don't say, I just repeat myself, the road network in that country ain't not the help. And also, they talk about the police crisis response team. It's very important. Not only OSD. Crisis response team for day. Then we side crisis, they once then receive a call, then for report the ASAP, then get them, tape them, they able barricade the place, and so that people they not access that particular area. Of course, people they don't talk about that a lot of times since this crisis happened. So, number one recommendation for some of we traffic emergency lanes, cascade the fire stations. We forget sub fire stations all over the city, even at the provinces. Lessons learned from this. If we not learn from this and put in strategic things in, practicable and workable policies will go increase on infrastructure, not only for build road na the villages, but the city we need for focus on the major cities. Because crises like this, as a country, as a government, where they in place, if we're not able to learn any lesson for build on waiting we not get or waiting we get, we go ever remain for repeat the same thing each time then kind of crisis occur. So still, once more, I want to say, hush to the one away, the families, then dinner hospital, and the one that we don't die, let God give them good road, and let we able to learn a lesson from this, so that this country go before. We only get one country, Naina alone. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before line don't close, please not call again. Or they bring come the people them we be don't call before. Yes, caller the live on here. Your name and side the call from, please.
Hello, Nami, you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, this is your sister, Memonata Safa, aka Memzobi Safa. Call for wish you a happy, blessed birthday.
Thank you.
You know, so now your occasional caller.
Yes.
So I can't let this day go by. So I'm gonna sing for you just for a little bit.
All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday, dear brother Abraham.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you and many more.
Thank you.
I wish you many more years to come, okay?
All right. Thank you.
I also want for my condolences to the able chairman, brother Daniel Oldfield. May God comfort you, my brother. You don't celebrate your wife on this earth. Because not another time go by where you don't go celebrate your wife on Facebook. You're one of the guys that are not shy to do that. And, let God comfort you. Let God give you the memory where you get with him. Make it comfort you with that. Okay? Also, sorry, Doc, for the loss of your auntie. And God give you all good. I got in power. They got in Salone. I don't know what to say. Emma seen me non dogs. They will say Salone get better to the repeat we safe. Because I was shocked to see people running around with petrol in their hand. Somebody said not blame them too much at the hardness of the country. People they think. And God make their soul their rest in peace. They God make the Salone glory like return back It's just tough. It is hard. It is hard. We all had to the ache right now. A lot of people have said a lot. I'm not going much for say too much regarding that. We then we gonna we go to continue for pray while others are blaming governments and stuff. Because some of this stuff is spiritual, but people don't see it. But God will make Salon Glory come back in Jesus' name. Thank you
Amen.
so much for giving me the audience. Happy birthday again.
Thank you very much, Memza.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Kawo Knotuso. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and no call from, please.
Yes, Mr. Triple. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. I just want to buttress to what most scholars then they don't talk about. If I don't know if you remember in the 90s, this similar incident happened at Sakila Road by Pendeba Road Junction, where a tanker for Donde and one police officer that was controlling the traffic there lost his life. So from that time to now, at least they're able to put some measures together that if similar incidents happen. But just like Omar said, you can blame the police, but you cannot put all the blame to them, because one, Salon is Freetown is very congested. You talk about the people the way they walk around, where they walk, the people the way they stay, the people the way the transportation them, and now Okada don't join, Keke don't join. So it's just too much. It's just too much. It would be very difficult to divert the traffic there. But as the parliament don't start this, I hope they will continue for do that to each and every institution. Let them be accountable to the people, because they are there to serve the people. They are there to serve the people. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, MLK.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Tina, we last call at this with the bringing council. I will go for check for she say I no owe anybody call. Welcome on board. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Happy birthday, my brother. Yes, sir. A lot of people in don't talk waiting really we need for talk. I just want to say the parliament for called the department we give license out. The need for good day, so that then go probably maybe rehash the own policies the way then get how then they give license within the requirements where people they need before they even give them license. Because I not care which kind of motor car they for don't get. My sister, my stepsister and mama been get stroke. They inside ambulance. Then they go, the siren they go off, and then people are not give no road. It can't down and beg them. Then begin for cost, look where they talk like with woman, the need for call them. Law we find out how then they approve them people here forget driver's license. So much things they happen at the country. We get lost them, they're not the enforcer. So the idea that if we been get a lot of police, then they show up in that place, they're not for don't able stop waiting they happen. Now because there is no example of the police then where then they enforce the law. Yeah, one police vehicle where they come and show up. A lot of people are waiting to do something, then they run. Just the one serene policeman where they come on the way. Why? Because there is a system in place where then they enforce the law. The last time where I lost my brother, I be stuck the same thing. When accidents happen, people they rush they now for go thief. It don't matter which time police then show up. When last they round up all the people away then in that area, they lock them up. Now then go begin for pull them out one by one after way then they declare that person they yes innocent. When you do that, and in a combination of sensitization, where you go on the radio as a police department, una get for the sensitize the people every week, because now the book down there way una forget. Not to everybody they read and write in the country, but if una day in a radio or any media every week for explain to people and the things that way they for refrain from where they cause problem for with citizenry in the country, And way una they tell them say the law said let you not do this. If we catch you, now so thing get for happen. Every week una day representative day na media and the announcer for local Creole, not talk English, not go na AYV and talk English, talk Creole where the least person go understand. So that then go know. Say when you they do this thing, where they come to that area, anybody way include way they na that area, then go arrest her. As a result, you go turn everybody as a watcher. When accident happen, people and come on other place, then show up now. The people away then in that area, then go tell you, say, hey, if you take that day, we'll go arrest you. Don't want to let the police then come and arrest anyone at this area. People and they become then and una day again sensitization. Anybody we can do that, something like that, una hold on, una not for beat them, una just hold on down till we come. Because I see another video where people and just they beat one guy where they inside uniform and getting gone, then they beat and they say go thief. No, we stop that because the danger is so big. That guy there for don't able pull the trigger. If I don't kill few people before una the killer. So the law enforcement, the reason why people and they fall on una all the time now because una not they enforce the law. The vehicle no vehicle. Now una problem. Why una they go for go budget? Una they ever put down there in front of parliament? When if something like this now happen, una go tell parliament say, well, the last time we come to una, obviously una budget for deal within the limit of the resources we get. We not for go there and talk about 50 vehicles, 150 vehicles. You know, una for try for put them according to the situation who we they in. But besides that, all man been don't talk about what's really necessary. Me, I just they talk about the law enforcement and the DMV where they give license out. When last you even test people so that then go know the ordinances are on the road and then therefore know say if ambulance they come it's necessary because tomorrow it can be you papa na in the inside that ambulance so na get away so that it will rush now hospital. So the team boku but do ya law we help we self na salon. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ezekiel, now we last caller, I believe, for today. And I'll just check. This phone no Ezekiel be day because we don't do the other one then. Yes, Ezekiel, now we last caller for today. The last time I be talking when Ezekiel be the talk about him brother we and be involved in an accident. Where I say first time if you broke down safe na the highway na the provinces, you are safe. You safe. But now, you're not safe na Freetown. Even at the provinces who will be think say safe, you're not safe there anymore. Why? So I be ask the question, I say, how we get to this? Where even the provinces, where you go feel say trade, where you broke down, now they go can't take you. They say oh stranger day, you go outside, you go announce yourself. You property there, like na you motocar waiting how much people are waiting there. Then go una water, then go water for una car una was. With the small quick we then get, then go call una for una all can eat and what not. But not anymore. That did not exist again. Now you get breakdown at the provinces, my dear. You had to cut 10 in the morning. Even if na something, if na Southside na one motoka the pass where you don't wear. How did we get to this? Well, first order they say upline, well, training there, everything, all thing, this and that, correct. But now you end up not correct again. They say, that some people will be kind of return and they don't go land the bad trick. They say, now the war, everybody get the way you want for put them. Say na so they do. The last thing now, we talk about the budget and we be here waiting the Fire Force Department to tell we. Then get na kissing. Then get by Okel. Another one then they. Well, you go say then distance then they any kind way because you where they travel. You sabi all the points then for meet sober traffic. if you want for take am from Upgun, because I know called Eastern Police, before they come out Eastern Police reach Upgun, well you don't see you. But if you want for take am now, let's say for Upgun, you know say every ferry junction traffic dey, by Texaco traffic dey, by Shell Company traffic dey, not so. Traffic dey all side till you dey reach. Say you dey reach that PNB dey. Traffic dey. Take to the Calbaton last station, traffic dey. All inside in the traffic dey. Even with this new type of road setting, they even get bus stop areas them. Where people they don't they call for say, you know what thing? We need for utilize bus stop. Now you the work go na the bus stop. This one we still not get that service way. Oh, they say, first there, you did and you call taxi can't take you. We not get again. But all man want taxi for drop at an injunction. All man want put for drop at an injunction. Now the all man want. So because of that, traffic they block. You they see motorcar then at the left side. You know one drive on the right side who side there by the curb where it go able easier for brake for take passenger. No. You want then at the speed side because you want pass the other person way brake, you want go before, then you go there before and before they make it don't cut, it don't go by under. Like it's just craziness. So there is a lot to be done. Yeah, wanna go parliament. We hope say this chat here not to go up shoulders no more. For say we'll just make like a for say we'll do something. But we want for see result. We want for see result. Not to go up shoulder. This chat. Let's get result. Fire force, police, all man go defend himself. But going forward, what he need for be done? Then they can need see police na road. Pass checkpoint to checkpoint. Because the road safety authority own, the own cops them, he forget it, they off. And they off. Talk about the people. I know say Patrick we call just now, he say in blame the people and the people. No. So the one that will be the inside transport, now pass them more than they pass, they don't go take fuel. No. No think so. Just come and say the taxi stop there now. Now dirty box. Most of the police stations then they get one or two motorcar. And often they go tell you say they not get fuel. So they're not going to answer call. That is true. And so we get one motorcar and the boss man they use. And the boss man they off, they go na house. Now the motorcar they go with. They park in the sleep. You get one police so can go behind an area. But wait. Law left and they first. Because the police motorcar they go with to where go behind. And the policeman guy they pack. That's what they happen. So what if emergency did it? Outside the man. Because na boss man. The motorcar they uta. They can't be out with the motorcar. 110 day, na drop the dropper. Salon. I say na suite of office. So I come to say, Triple A. Thief business at the order of the day. Sad. Sad. I'll tell you, say at the same time, we were the supporting party then. For begin all we party they accountable. Because all lengthy na failure. Bla Alpha say in done, a big not done, a big. But I know you miss, but to send shout out today for the Aeronobi. Eh? We're celebrating birthday on Saturday. We do an night today. So man, they say now God in intervention and it's alone need. Yeah, God. Are you there? I say, are you? The late night checkpoint, absolutely. Oh, yes. One party. Like this wala komona ya. This particular day, the checkpoint, you get one police officer with uniform and another person sit down near him. In a way, nothing can identify him as police officer. I come and I was so ready for saying no waiting today na ya. Until now they can't check me. I be not ready for him. For real though. Where is he come? Daddy look tired. Open gate for daddy Lego. Just open gate for her. A week straight. A week. You can't be not ready for action and say, so why you ain't no uniform? Now you they can't check. How are able determine himself say you na policeman? You know to that man they will sit down in party. Eh? Why? I say, the guy can. Eh, daddy don't tire. I know. They are just hoping get for her. Some of the other checkpoint then are license plates and they are 1 to 1. I get the road about daddy. I get the whole SEO. I saw the call the money winner. Gang get. So what in a kintima put for? Me go tell you and for the bike them. And the bike there and the keke there. You need passion for nothing because I need conduct accident. Just come and say the plainclothes officer they on and they undercover. Okay. No me I be ready oh. But the guy there I talk to me a week. I just say AAA. Not your battle this night. Just go. The guy says and say you tired. Just go. And so myself take pass full and go. They no get lights. We correct. Me I no see. Yeah? Me I don't reach na checkpoint. The motorcar way there before me, he pass. Me self, I pass. But them play games. Where they pass, where the front tire don't pass, and they ace the rope. They ace the rope, then they say, me don't drag the checkpoint. I say, don't drag the checkpoint. I just, you know, giggling. You don't drag the checkpoint. Now I can do. I not talk to themselves. I not talk nothing. I can do. I watch first if that iron, I get any scratch, I no get. The man they talk safe. Well, go before no law pull am. Now I move go before, and then pull am. Now I drive off, now I go. Because as far as I'm concerned, me no saying a game them play, where the front tire pass, and then ace the rope. Big. The two they see who goes out. Look and they corner and not all two can talk. The checkpoints there. Now Judge Kama and I begin. Say the checkpoints then a joke. Alright. Let I left here. I walk I can walk, so no talk. We no talk nothing. Yeah? I can walk. But on a Friday, now we'll get them nice. We'll get them nice. Better one now. But Lord left everything for tomorrow. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. Tripolisi. Ta-ta.